Thank you very much, Lorraine, for your time here on All Angles. Now, firstly, you deal with people who are trying to flee Ukraine. Do you know how many are still desperate to leave the country?
Good morning. Thank you for having me. We have about 20 South Africans and their families still stuck in Ukraine, in areas that are non-accessible, that has been taken over on Russian territory, like Kherson. In the last 24 hours, we had 30 South Africans and their families cross the border safely. It's been tense. The last 24 hours has been extremely tense. Shelling, bombing, shooting of trains that have evacuees on them. So I spoke to one of the guys this morning. He says we didn't sleep. It was continuous air sirens going off for the last 24 hours. So it's escalating quite fast. And towns that used to be quiet are now extremely dangerous. Yeah.
And where exactly are the South Africans wanting to go? I remember at some point in the early stages, people were willing to go anywhere, really, because, you know, at some point they felt that the South African government was too quiet and nobody was assisting them. So now that you've managed to establish connectivity to most South Africans living in Ukraine, where exactly are they willing to go at the moment?
Families in Hungary, we've got people in Poland, we've got a guy in Austria. So anywhere they can get out and find accommodation that we organize for them with fellow South Africans. That is, sorry, my cat.
It's okay.
So yeah, most people are in Hungary right now, in Poland. Yeah, but we've got a problem at this stage. They've got 2 weeks to stay in these countries. So we're going to have families that are split up. Moms with 3-week-old babies. Mom needs to go back to South Africa because she's South African with permanent residency. So we're calling on Home Affairs to step up. We need expediting of documents ASAP. People have been waiting for 4 years for spousal visas. And we're going to have families torn apart, families with 3-week-old babies, 3-month-old babies, that the family needs to stay in Ukraine or in these countries in Poland. And we have moms and dads that need to go back to South Africa.
That is a huge humanitarian crisis, as we've already seen, even with my colleagues Jody Jacobs as well as Siphamandla Goke, who are actually in Poland for us. Tell us a bit more about how government has been in terms of international relations as well as Home Affairs. You know, have they been assisting, or is it just up to the South Africans still till today to find their ways out?
They were assisting us in the beginning, and yeah, we know that Durko and Aspen flew a handful of students out. We still have other people that are still stuck that need help. So we're calling on them to assist us and to help these people leave the country. And we've got people that have diabetes, they need medicine. We had a mom phoning us asking, can you please help us? I don't have diapers for my child. So that is why we are working with a non-profit organization that is assisting and helping. I actually have an evacuee in my house right now that is flying back to South Africa on Thursday with a non-profit organization, the People of South Africa Foundation, that is assisting us with this.
So the situation is still, you know, frustrating and desperate for those who want to leave. We spoke on ENC, we spoke to a student, for instance, who says that he didn't get any assistance from South Africa, and he in fact got assistance from India, and he ended up going to that country because they were more willing to assist.
Yeah, South Africa has a non-repatriation law, so that is what we're dealing with. The ambassadors try their best, but as it is, we are stuck with red tape and political views, and this is the problem.
And once you are able to actually get these students, how's the connection between themselves and their families? We've spoken to people who say that they are failing to be able to let their loved ones know that they've arrived or that they're safe.
Yeah. We are speaking to families as well, telling them where their loved ones are. We've actually got people from Britain now as well reaching out to us, asking, can you please help us find our families? So we've reached out now to more people. We've actually got 89 African people from Africa stuck in Kherson that is non-accessible with their children, and we've got 2 South African families. So we are assisting now wider than we started only with South Africa. We are assisting everyone else now to contact their families, get in touch, sending the Red Cross from South Africa. Amazing. They're helping us get into places to find out where these families are.
All right, Lorraine, I'm going to have to leave it there. Thank you very much for your time. Lorraine Blauw, a member of the Ukraine Crisis Evacuation Committee.